Welcome to the Graceful Grammar Higher Secondary School.
Classify the following sets as empty/non-empty or finite/infinite.
What is a null set? It's a set like this with no elements inside it. Like the set of sensory organs of your book. Your book is a non-living thing and does not have ears or eyes, which means it's an empty set or a null set. They both mean the same. And if you're asked about the set of sensory organs of a human being, we would have included ears, eyes, nose, etc. Anyway, the null set is represented using this symbol, a circle and a line which cuts across. Consider the set A with the first three natural numbers inside it. Now think about it. Is the null set a subset of the set A? Yes, the null set is a subset of every set. But why do we say this? There is actually a funny way to understand this. You can look at it this way. What does the null set contain? Nothing. What does set A contain? It contains 1, 2, 3 and nothing. This means that nothing is a part of set A too. And that's why we say that the null set is a subset of set A. Because every set has nothing apart from the other elements, the null set is a subset of every set. And yes, the null set is also a subset of the null set since both sets have nothing. And this is also obvious as we know that every set is a subset of itself.
Hi, for this video what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the difference of two sets. This is symbolized by A minus B, where this represents set A and this represents set B. It can be used for any name of any set. But basically the difference of two sets, it's the set of all elements that belong to the first set, so set A, but not also to the second set. So basically what we're doing is we're taking the first set and we're subtracting out anything that is in common with the second set. So I have several examples here. What we have is we have a universal set that are the letters A through H, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Set A contains just the letters A, B, F, and G. Set B contains the letters A, B, C, E, and H, and set C contains the letters B, E, F, and H. So we're going to find several different situations. The first one is A minus B. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to look at A, and A has the letters A, B, F, and G, and we're going to take out any that they have in common. So if you notice, these are in common. So we're just going to look at what's left. So if I take the two that they have in common, the only thing that I'm left with is F and G. And I'm going to go ahead and erase those marks, but you can always cross off things. We can see that F and G are the only two letters that A contains that are not also in B. The second one that we're going to look at is B minus C. So now we're going to look at these two sets. So we're going to look at these two, and we're going to cross out anything that they have in common. So the B is in common, the E is in common, and the H is in common. So we can see that B is going to be left with A and C. So the letters, and let me erase those before I go to the next part. So the only two letters that are left are A and C. All right, for the next one, what we have is we have A naught. Remember that this is the complement of A. We're looking for all letters that are in the universal set that are not in A. So what we want to do here is we want to first find A naught before we can simplify this. So A naught, we can see that A and B are in the universal set. C and D are in the universal set, but not in A. So we would have C and D, E, and then H. So C, D, and C, D, E, and H are the letters in the universal set that are not in set A. So now what we're going to do is we're going to compare A naught and C. So anything that they have in common, so we can see that they both have an E and they have an H in common. So the only thing that is left in A naught, so I can see that I can cross this one out and this one out, and we can see that what we're left with is C and D. So if it helps you to write it out each time and cross off the letters, you can do that. Some people can just look at it. Some people will draw a Venn diagram and see. There's a lot of ways that you can solve these problems. So C and D are the two letters that are left in A, that are not in A, and also not in C. It's kind of hard to read when you have the negations in there. All right, so our last one that we're going to look at is B minus A naught. So we're looking at this set right here, B, and we're looking at this set here. And we're going to look for what's left in B that is not also in A. So we can see that we can cross out the C, the E, and the H. So we are only left with the letters A and B. So the only letters that are just in B but not also in A naught, or the complement of A, are the letters A and B. So this process is very simple. Like I said, all you have to do is take out anything that the two sets that you're comparing, and whatever set is first, you're just going to write what is left in that set after you take out whatever they have.